foremost, you can only be betrayed by someone close to you. Okay. So it is still, that is a prime example of when you are to self-reflect and to go back and figure out, like, where did this particular person show me signs? And I mean, it can be anyone, y'all. We know this. Come on now. If y'all want to talk about it, y'all want to start listening to some people that have betrayed you, that's fine with me. Y'all can shout them out. I've been betrayed. Okay? Y'all like that deep voice a little bit? I'm telling y'all I'm going to be on praise and worship team because I got range.
Hello, 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 everyone, all of my kits and caboodles. It's been a whole week that I've missed you. Actually, it's been 2 weeks, and I'm back, your host, Miss Kitty the Cat Couture, coming to you live from the litter, and these are my socialites. Hey, socialite.
Blind Melon Jelly over there, he too cool to speak and shit, you know what I'm saying,
That's all right. You leave him alone now. You leave him alone.
It makes me think of the preserving his voice and shit, you know what I mean? I get it, you know.
That's your age. You better stop all that bullshit.
He juke joint ready. That's what that is. Juke joint ready. It's all right. It's nothing wrong with being juke joint ready. All I'm saying is that I missed it, y'all. It seemed like forever. Y'all done got so big and purty. It's been such a long time since I done seen y'all. How y'all doing? You know, old country bumpkin like myself need to stay in touch or I go senile. I get the old timers disease.
Old timers. Get that old
timers. And I'm right up there. I'm right on that at the crossroads where I'm right at the edge where I can get old timers. So y'all supposed to keep in touch with me so that an old biddy like myself stay young and refreshed and refined and new.
Oh,
oh Lord.
Okay, somebody said they can't hear anything.
Is it? Can you hear us? Is you reading our lips?
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I've had it's been this past 2 weeks it's been a doozy. But I will say we made it through to another Friday. Yeah. How do y'all feel? What's going on in everyone's world?
I feel fantastic though.
Okay. Tell me, what's been going on with you?
I mean, performing and, just doing creative things.
Are you expecting any COVID babies?
Oh, hell no. No. Hell no. Hell no. Fuck no.
No? This hasn't inspired any intimacy or no.
I don't want no rugrats. None of them motherfuckers. They gotta stay the fuck on. I go borrow my homegirl babies and play with them and take them back. I can't.
I would think that at this point, with all that's going on, since people have been in the house and they haven't had anything to do, that sex would be the number one thing to kill some time with. I'm expecting in 9 months.
Sex and food.
I'm expecting in 9 months there to be an influx of babies. Mm-hmm. There should be about a good million babies born 9 months from now. Yeah. I would say 9 months from when it first started in March. March around April. I'm thinking at the beginning of the year, you're going to see a whole lot of...
Mm-hmm. I have noticed a lot of little shotgun weddings, like people getting married all of a sudden.
Yeah, hey, I guess they want to get that shit over in case the world ends.
Now, bullshit, they trying to get married before that baby come.
That too. That too.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I'm I don't know. I'm glad that my tubes are tied, so I can't.
Oh, that's right, because you had a hysterectomy.
Yes.
Yeah, his dick to me. Shit, what the?
You had to take a drink with that, Mr. Gilmore. You said, "Oh hell, I need to be drunk on this show."
Yeah. Shit, I might need a drink myself. Yeah.
What's been going on with you, Mr. Gilmore?
As if you didn't know.
Shall I brag for him?
Yes, you should.
Oh, wait a minute, he done froze, or is that his motherfucking Hollywood stance and shit?
It's the Hollywood thing.
No, I'm still going.
You see him looking into the light.
Nah, things have been good.
Things have been good.
Yeah, you gotta look. That's how your screen froze. That's what I'm saying. Oh, he done got real fucking Hollywood out this mug.
Nah, it's not Hollywood. You know, I feel like it really is just blessings for real. Like, I've been working hard for a long time, and it's nice to see some of it come off. You know, we did the Kennedy Center this past Tuesday, and we are now at 11,000 views worldwide, which is just incredible to me. And it's been all positive feedback. And it's been really good. And then from what I was told, that I'll be in the Baltimore Magazine for this coming
all
month.
right. Oh, shit.
Oh,
he's a star. He's a star.
Well, congratulations.
That's why he got that golden glow on him and shit. He over there like a little black Buddha and shit. Like, got that golden glow.
Now, myself, I was looking at him, and it almost looked like he was a black Jesus for a minute.
That's what it was.
He was real.
That's what it
was real glowy, like he had been blessed, and he could give off blessings.
I saw the halo. I saw the halo.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was
I thought it was the study though. It was a wop gloss.
Hey.
You know what?
That's it. It was a wop gloss.
Dangly thing in the
honey glaze. He got that honey glaze.
He got a little glaze on him, eh? Yeah, that's what happens when success happens for you. Well, you do know that it's been a whole lot going on. There was the Republican National Convention, which I did not look at because I don't need that type of negativity in my life. I've been saging and using my Palo Santos and getting all the negative spirits, and I did not want that to channel any of that bullshit up in my pad, my space. And schools are about to open back up around Maryland and various districts. How do you feel about that, Mizell? Are you okay with that?
I feel like the kids need to stay the hell home. Because, I mean, the kids are not going to, especially the little ones, you know, like, it's hard to keep them from keeping their hands out their mouth and wash their hands and, you know, practice social distancing with the younger kids. Even the preteens, I feel is hard to, you know, because they want to play with each other, interact with their friends. And I just feel like, you know, yeah, I just feel like they should stay home. At least until they figure out what the hell is going on.
When do you think when do you suspect would be a good time for them to return back to school?
When they open churches back up and they open up everything else. Everything, you still got federal buildings that are still closed. So when they open up everything like it was before, then they can go back. But I feel like until that happens, I feel like they need to stay home.
I mean, today alone, there were 609 new cases.
Jesus.
And
if I'm not mistaken, in some of those states that opened back up and had schools reopen, they had a spike.
The elementary schools are closing left and right down in Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, the South, basically, because the numbers have gone up with kids. And there's now a young black mother who is on the circuits really trying to get this message out because her daughter died of COVID. And
how old was her daughter?
Her daughter was 8.
Whoa.
And she died of COVID. And everything they said wouldn't happen happened to her child. And quite a few other kids got sick, but her daughter just happened to pass away.
Jeez.
And so, it's just a very real thing, and people don't see the nil. Shut up, Bourbon. I'm trying to talk. And people need to treat it like it's a real thing.
What do you say? Shut up, bourbon.
Shut up, bourbon. Yeah, you, yeah.
Wait a minute. Y'all are funny. Hello, Zenobia. Thank you for watching. Hey, Candace. Thank you for watching.
Zenobia, yes. I feel like you are like one of our main friends for real. Like you hang tough with us.
That's my motherfucking girl. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, and Candace. I think Candace comes on here. Yes, every year. I think that. Well, personally, I hope that we can actually have a get together where I do the Cocktail Social live, and when we're not actually doing it through the cameras, but we're actually at a venue someplace and we can actually have an actual cocktail social with some real cocktails and some music. And I get to meet everyone that's joined us every week. That would be wonderful. What do you think about that? Oh, if they think that I'm a handful on this show, and you imagine me in person. Auntie K, can you hear us?
I can hear you now, finally.
Good gracious, I'm so glad. I was over there. At first, you saw how I was looking. I was like, I don't know if she's reading our lips or...
Right.
I was about to sign
to change the battery in her hearing aid. That's all.
So tell me what's been going
ain't nobody watching that do sign language because I ain't said shit.
Man.
Did y'all see the man doing sign language for the March on Washington today?
No.
With the little fake Gucci belt on that was dancing and sliding across the stage.
No.
Lying to me.
You saw
it?
This was the day.
Where was this at?
In Washington, you know, today is the anniversary of the March on Washington that Martin Luther King led. So they marched.
And I think it's Emmett Till's anniversary of his death too.
It's quite a bit. The Dawson family, also their firebombing and murder was today. And but a lot of people were in Washington. I support them from afar. I'd have been down there nervous wreck, like back up. But but I am very happy. It did look like a lot of people were masked. They were all in the water, all type of shit. But
they were in the water.
What the hell?
But but it was, you know, so hopefully that it you know, what a march is supposed to do is bring us together on the same page. Hopefully it did that for a lot of people. So we can move forward in this movement.
What do y'all think about the shooting that happened with the guy with the assault rifle that went to the Black Lives Matter protest and shot those?
What, the 17-year-old?
Mm-hmm. What do you think
about America?
Yeah.
I think he should go to jail.
I think he should go underneath the jail.
I think I am not surprised that cops are taking it up for him and that Fox News is trying to restructure him as a hero. So
what are they saying that would make him heroic?
You know, I think, and I feel like I'm about to go on my good Cornell West for a second, but what we don't really yet have a grasp on is the pervasiveness of not just racism, but of white supremacy and how intoxicating just the feeling of being on top or being in charge or being superior is. And, you know, what we see is a lot of Black people try to get adjacent to it by doing some really weird shit, i.e. your Kanye West, anybody who was at that Republican National Convention. And then we see people who benefit from it, like this young man who at 17-year-old thinks that he should be killing people. I mean, that's a pretty steep slope to not like you got, emotional and you shot somebody by mistake, or something happened and you shot, but you went out to kill people, to kill Black people. I think that is just it shows how embedded racism is in the structure of this country, and just how incredible white supremacy is. That then you would take that narrative and restructure him as a hero, and that to say that if the people had not been out, then they would not have gotten shot. That is.
But again, they blame the victims.
Out because police shot another unarmed Black man
7 times in the back.
In the back.
In front of his children.
In the back.
While he was trying to stop a fight.
Of his tea and shot him 7 times.
This isn't funny, but my first thought was, I remember I got a great uncle who would say, don't get involved in other people's bullshit, you're going to get shot. And this guy got involved in trying to stop a fight between 2 women, and he got shot. And I thought to myself, I said, damn, Uncle, you was right as a motherfucker. But
sad to say.
A part of me thinks that the reason why justice it doesn't work is because it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not real justice. Because in my mind, and it's just me, in my mind, if you killed someone, then your life is forfeit. And I know that's kind of extreme, but I feel like this: if those individuals that lost their lives, you cannot ever repay them $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. There's no amount of money that's going to bring that individual back.
Right.
And I think that when we think of justice, I can understand, and I'm okay with imprisonment for someone that, if you do something that's petty, such as a robbery or a stealing or something, but when someone loses a life, and I'm just empathizing with the families, I don't care who it is. When you take someone's life, you can never do anything to repay it. Nope. You can never do. There's not enough time that you could serve that would justify it. And for that young man to go out, like you said, I think if the laws were that if you took that your life is forfeit, that your life you have to die. I think that would change people's narrative. That would change their behavior. I think if they knew that when they went out and they made a decision such as taking somebody's life, they would think twice. They would say, hold on, I'm not, before I make this decision to pull this trigger, what am I actually putting on the line? What am I actually sacrificing when I make this decision? Because it's at this point, people are just doing it, and it's almost like it's a video game, like they're playing Grand Theft Auto.
That's part of it. I think the video games and everything, we've all been so desensitized to it that we need to all actively teach each other. From children to old people, we need to reteach each other just how important life is.
It is very important.
You gotta look at how
somebody dying. You shouldn't have to get cancer. You should already be aware of just how fragile this shit really is.
Right.
I want to see how this plays out, considering the officer openly admitted that he used excessive force, and he apologized, and he rendered aid. And not only that, but they're reporting that yes, he leans into the front driver's side of his car, and they found a knife on that side of the car. So I want to see how this plays out.
But did they really find a knife? I mean, because the way things have been going, I mean, we can't even trust that the knife was really his. I mean, they plant stuff on people all the time.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I want to see how this plays out, because there's no way you can justify I was afraid for my life when the dude wasn't paying you no mind. Like, based on the video, he walked off.
He was walking away from him.
He walked away from him. He was in the front.
But supposedly they told him that he needed to leave, so he was leaving.
No, they tased him.
I know they don't, but I'm talking about after they tased him and he got up.
Yeah, it had zero effect. He went to get in his car, and the dude grabbed him by the tail of his beater and shot him 7 times. So you agree that you used excessive force. So now I'm trying to figure out how this is going to play out. I'm interested to see how this is going to play out.
Well, he'll probably get a slap on the wrist like old girl did that ran up in the dude's apartment and shot him while he was eating ice cream.
I'm waiting
Right.
on.
You know what I mean? It'll be a
Right.
sample. They'll probably get him, but it's not gonna be what he deserves. You know what I mean?
I hope they charge this young man's mother as well, because she took him to the rally with his guns, dropped him off there. She was fully aware of what he was doing.
Mother?
I think yes, and I think that she should be charged as well.
Yeah, because why is he a minor with a gun?
We're sure.
From Illinois. He's not even from Wisconsin.
But
So
if I'm not mistaken, don't you have to be of age to carry a firearm?
Don't worry about that. He's white. I'm talking about the whole
I'm just saying the true law. By true law.
Your mama bought you an AR for your birthday and then took you across state lines to the Black People's Rally to shoot somebody.
They should
Sadly, when it comes to Jacob Blake, I do not have many expectations for how it will turn out. Because I think we have seen countless times how these things turn out. That generally there's an acquittal. And it's frustrating, it's sad, and maybe I should have a little more hope for that. But I do know that protests are making differences in larger laws for future cases, but it's state by state. So it's only in the states where things have already gone off. Wisconsin, sadly, is kind of slow on uptake. But even with him being alive, I don't expect much.
Well, now the news is that he is paralyzed from, I want to say, the waist down, and yet his father went to see him in the hospital.
Oh, so he lived?
Right.
Yeah, he's alive.
Oh, I didn't know he lived. I thought they killed him.
No. He has a hole in his stomach, in his spleen, in his kidney,
so all the major organs, basically.
All the major organs are like.
Him being alive is a complete miracle.
But
because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it all the way through because I'm just kind of sick of seeing it. And so I just saw some of it and I just turned it off because I was like, I don't even want to. So to be honest, I hadn't even followed it to find. I didn't know that he lived. I mean, I'm glad he did, but considering the situation, like now you can't walk.
Walk. They have him restrained in the hospital. Why is he restrained?
For what?
Where is he? Where's he going?
First of all, was he ever under arrest?
No.
So why is he being restrained?
Never under arrest. His rights were never read to him. So technically, he was never.
So he was never under arrest. So he should not be restrained in a hospital if he has not been under arrest.
Right.
So if he was under arrest, placed under arrest before all of this, he was getting placed under arrest, and then all of this happened, then I can see that. But if he was never placed under arrest, I don't feel like that's wrong for him to be chained up.
I'm getting a report that he's no longer restrained. So he's no longer under restraint.
But still, he should have been restrained in the first place.
As of this morning, he was restrained.
Okay. So the thing I feel is, and I mean, this is just my opinion of it. I think that I don't know what to think because part of me is numb about all that's going on. And it's because I'm so angry that I don't know how to respond at this point, because I feel like when you want to bring people to the table to talk about situations like this, you hope for the best. You hope that they'll listen to you. You hope that your voice will be heard and that they'll take everything you feel and say under consideration. But seeing as how this is now, there has been how many Black individuals that have been killed by police officers, and there has been no justice.
None.
I mean, probably 90-some% of them.
And at this point, I think now it's just it's blatant.
Yeah.
Blatant disregard. I think
it's almost like they want. It's almost like they want, and it's almost like they're doing it to get a reaction.
Right. I do not. I'm all for a peaceful compromise. I'm all for coming to the table and being diplomatic. I'm all for that. But I'm also all for enough is a fucking enough. And I don't subscribe to turning the other cheek. You're not slapping me on both damn cheeks. You hit me once. That was enough. You ain't got to hit me twice.
And then I guess after that, you got to put your ass up.
No. You can't hit any of my cheeks.
I even think that turn the other cheek thing is misused.
Mm-hmm.
And it's used only as a manipulative tool because that's also not what it meant.
Well, they also said
and also, but not even that. I'm not even going biblical. Even when we talk about Martin Luther King and we talk about peaceful resistance, that is not fully understood what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tactic to get things done. And in that tactic, it showed them at their worst, which made things happen. Mm-hmm. Now, if that tactic is no longer useful, then you move to another one. But I think that we don't look at things. I think we get so wrapped up in the wording and how it's been repackaged for us post King's death that we've lost a lot of what this movement was supposed to be. A movement isn't supposed to stop. Civil rights movement did not stop when he died. It did not stop in the 70s. It was supposed to be
a continuous movement.
And that is what we're supposed to do. And sadly, we put it down for the sake of economic growth because we thought that education and jobs and money would be an equalizer when that was all bullshit.
Well, I mean, with shit, even with education, I mean, that's even been tampered with. So
I'm talking about literally just the concept of if I have this degree, this master's, this doctorate, then you will no longer treat me as whatever you deem as black. I'm not talking about the actual system of education. I'm talking about the outcome. And it's a lot of that we think that, and even now we think that it's going to just keep us safe, and it's just not true. We had to keep on moving. And a lot of this is because we stopped moving. And so now we're stuck with these archaic civil rights tactics to use in a new era. They're not always going to work. We're still looking for Jesse Jackson to do something. This man is 80-some years old with Parkinson's, and he is currently out in Kenosha, Wisconsin, leading marches and protesting. He should not be doing that shit. It should be somebody young getting up off their asses and doing that shit. But because we put it down at Jesse, we still expect Jesse to pick the shit up.
And I think that a lot of it, for me, I think that people have lost the belief in the movement. They've lost their belief in it.
Yeah, because nothing's changing. I mean, people are to the point where it's like, okay, we go out here, we march. Okay, we try to be peaceful. That doesn't work. Okay, if you start burning down buildings, that doesn't work.
People wouldn't be out right now if they thought that was true. I do not believe
you know what? And I will say this: there are, and the individuals, and that's the problem. The people that are doing it, I think that the people that are doing it have been doing it. They've been consistent. There are a lot of people I will say have been consistent in activism, and that they've been doing it. But I also think that there's just as equally that amount of individuals that is losing faith, that are looking at it and saying, "What can we do? We're not seeing any movement. We take two steps forward only for us to be pushed 5 steps back, and we're trying." And if I will say, despite what we may be seeing in urban neighborhoods, I think that we've been open to dialogue and open to sitting at the table and saying, "Look, what can we do to make this better overall?" But I just think that with
I think until some of the people on the other side decide to really understand what we go through, I don't think they have a full understanding. So they say stuff like, even with police brutality, like, "Oh, well, if they would just comply, then they wouldn't get shot. Or if they just do this and they just do that." But then you'll have somebody white walk up to a police officer, gun in hand, you know what I mean, and can talk shit, say whatever the hell they want, and they don't even touch them.
But again, you're talking about somebody trying to understand something outside of their privilege.
But it's again, if you don't have,
but what I'm saying is that it's a privilege that we don't have. They don't understand. I don't expect them to understand. What I expect to do is to show them and hopefully they will become allies. But even as an ally, I don't expect them to ever fully understand what this is.
You know why?
And what this means for us, because they're never going to get it.
I don't think
they're never going to fully understand.
And that brings me to this point. And I don't think that you can understand unless you experience it. Unless you experience what it feels like to
okay,
be
but you know the difference between right and wrong.
No, but what I'm saying
right
is
and wrong is subjective. Right and wrong is completely subjective.
Exactly. And so what I'm saying is until you experience something, until you actually know that fire is hot, then you'll understand. And I think that that's what is missing is that, they're not experiencing what we're experiencing because of that privilege, because of that protection that privilege gives them. And until that happens, until they experience what Black people have experienced, we're not going to see a change.
They did have a situation with a white woman who was shot by a Black cop. She was shot, I believe, twice. She did die, and they did not charge the officer for that because it was justified. That's the first time I've ever heard of that happening, but it happened. I don't know the names of them or the people's names or whatever, but currently the situation was.
Do you know where it was located?
I'm not sure, but it was a white lady. She was like kind of she had some scissors in her hand, was kind of talking real reckless, and he kept telling her to put the scissors down, put the scissors down. She told him, "You gonna have to kill me, nigga. You gonna have to shoot me, nigga." She kept calling him a nigga, and then she came around. She was like behind a desk, and then she came around the other side of the desk, still had the scissors. He kept telling her to drop the scissors, didn't drop them. He hit her twice.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe that there are a lot of things that we don't know. There's definitely an issue with mental health. I don't think people are fully trained when it comes to dealing with mental health issues. I don't think that a lot of people understand the impact of trauma in urban communities and how that impacts people's behaviors. Even the individuals that are in human services within urban communities, because these police officers grew up in these urban areas and they themselves been exposed to stuff, and they bring that trauma to them when they go into the force. So you have a lot of young people, you have a lot of police officers that were once bullied. You have a lot of police officers that were exposed to a lot of trauma. You have a lot of people. And so when they're it's like mental health is a very important thing that I think is minimized. I think they're trying to shine some light on it. They're not shining it.
I mean, from what I understand, they don't really give officers a lot of help when it comes to like different stuff. When it comes to like traumas and stuff like that. Even if let's face it. I mean, they see stuff that we don't see, and they see it on a daily basis. So I do believe that they should have the help that they need in order to deal with the issues that they have. But I think that so many people have turned a blind eye to a lot of these issues that it just trickles. Shit trickles downhill. I mean, shit rolls downhill. So.
Just to backtrack a little bit, that story that Christy was talking about happened in Louisiana.
What happened?
It happened in Louisiana. Story that Christy was talking.
What you say?
Yeah, I was just re-pull it up.
About happened in Louisiana.
It happened in Louisiana. Shannon Rupert, 45, was standing behind the reception desk at the Quinton Hotel. Okay, so it was in Louisiana. Oh.
But I mean, I think even that's privilege that you can only pull one case of it.
That's true too. I mean, like I said, that's the only time I've ever heard.
I mean, if you can only pull one time where you can say, "Oh, well, this one time," but that's privilege.
Yeah. I mean, especially comparison one to the thousands of cases that we have on our side. So I mean. Like I said, people have to want to change or want to see change in order for change to happen. And I feel like
I think there also has to be a plan for what change is and how you go about doing it. We say these things like, "Oh, you need to change," and that's like telling somebody, "Oh, I need to do this," but how the fuck am I do it? If you don't have a plan or a system or something that has been structurally set up for someone to understand and actively go about the steps to change. Change is work. Nobody can just change just by you can't just see something and say, "Oh, I'm a change." You see it, and now what?
And we have to be also patient with that change on our end.
Like people gonna say the wrong shit. People gonna do the wrong thing. I have a friend who I love dearly, and he always says, he was like, "I just be patient with it." And that was something I had to learn because as he walks through, I'm also learning some things about myself as well. Some of my triggers that I didn't even know was there. And I just have to be patient with that because if he actively wants to change, all I can do is go about whatever way and ask around to figure out what he can do.
Right.
I mean, because the Black community, when you talk about urban areas, Black community is so much more than even just the urban areas because a lot of these deaths aren't happening in the inner city. A lot of these Black people being killed in the suburbs. Ahmaud Arbery was not in the inner city. Trayvon Martin wasn't in the inner city.
Right.
You know, this goes so much deeper than the perceived, just the perceived life of Black people.
Well, the reason why I mentioned
I know why you mentioned. I just want to bring up the other side of it too, is that that Black people are experiencing these same things in Beverly Hills. They are experiencing these same things out in rural areas that we don't talk about half as much as we should.
Exactly.
And they're also experiencing them in the city. And I think that we just have to look at it. And this has all been stoked. Sadly, when Obama was put in office, it stoked the wrong people. They got upset.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been growing ever since.
Well, Candace said some of us are living in fear of being killed too. And that's a trauma in itself. That's a whole nother trauma.
You are not lying about that.
I think that saying "be safe" every time somebody leaves and we tell somebody to be safe, that's a traumatic response.
Yeah, that's coming from a place where you've experienced it, and that's unfortunate that you can't. We're the truth be told, we've become prisoners in our own home. Many people don't even feel safe in their own home. So can you imagine that?
Zenobia said it's always mental illness when it's a white person behind the trigger.
No, it's not too late.
There's always an excuse. I'm with you on that one.
Mr. Cable, just log in. We here. Just come on now. Get it together. Well, we had some interesting. Absolutely, Mr. McNair. What about the generational passed down trauma? That's true. There was a whole lot of things that we as Black people are dealing with. And that's on both sides. That's even with white people. I was thinking about, I saw a post. I want to credit, who was it? Was it Chris Rock who made a statement about individuals, those that when they were taking their children to witness lynchings, that those children are now the parents of the children that we see here in this day and age. Right. So imagine that impact on them where they were actually witnessing this. This was entertainment, but that's traumatic, very traumatic, and that's scarring. And I know that witnessing situations like that, how much of an impact it has on individuals. Just look at individuals that come from war. After they've been fighting for their country and everything like that, how fractured they are when they return.
Yeah,
they definitely are damaged. They are never the same. But Mr. Cable.
Hey,
welcome. How are you, sir?
Long day, but I'm good.
Long day? What happened? You okay? What's going on?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to discuss all that. A lot of personal stuff.
Well, we hope that. Did you have a cocktail yet? Because cocktails make things. Cocks and tails always make things better.
No,
That's my personal philosophy. Cocks and tails.
Okay.
And if you put them together, you have a party. Cocktail.
Okay.
Cheers.
no, I didn't forget about this sweater. A lot of issues that happened from that point on. So I still want to purchase that, but I just have to wait a little bit. Is that cool?
Oh, me? Yeah, you cool.
Bullshit.
Okay.
I'm going to say it. Bullshit. Oh. Okay, first question, cocktail question. Who has it? What's the first question? I'm not going to do mine.
Do something light. We've been talking heavy all evening so far. Let's do a light question.
Condom or raw?
Little dark liquor.
Condom or raw?
Huh?
You said condom or raw?
Oh, condom, baby. This is 2020. I put on a condom. Well,
you're pregnant right now. What the fuck is you talking about?
I'm about to say, aren't you pregnant or something like that?
No, I was about to say.
I'm pregnant right now.
I think Blue knew what I was about to say. But anyway, but definitely safe sex.
Hey, they got ass condoms now?
Well, I mean,
Put some red down there?
Condoms in usage. So
put a Ziploc bag in there and just say, go for what you know.
Oh God.
Go for what you know.
Not a Ziploc bag.
You got sausage case in there, that motherfucker.
A Ziploc bag for a condom.
Sausage cases.
First of all, if you can deal with the roughage of a Ziploc bag, honey, that thing is a tunnel. You ain't got to worry about a thing. Ain't nobody get no. Look, you the only. Nobody get no pleasure.
Oh,
first of all, if your butt sound like a Ziploc bag or a hefty bag, it's not.
Hefty.
That was a loaded question because everybody look. It was
that was a trick question.
4 out of the 5 was like, well.
Wait a minute. Before Cable only one talk, everybody else picked up their cup like. Just started smiling real hard. Well, this is another segue. You know, if you don't want to use a condom or you want to use one, you can also purchase Pure Romance products by Miss K. You got something called hand jive that I'm gonna have to get my hands on. That thing sounds kind of interesting.
Hand jive.
Let me tell you something about it. Let me tell you something.
Oh, Lord.
I just did. So I have a demo that I use, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I open a product and use it on, for display or whatever, for demonstration purposes. Mm-hmm. I just did a demo sale, so you missed it. You could have got you one at like 40% off. But nevertheless, right now I have a $10 raffle going on. Oh, it's only 10 minutes left. A $10 raffle for.
Put me in. Put my number in. 12.
Hey, put me in for 6 of them.
Right.
Give me $100 worth.
That's what I say. Something for him, her, us, and they, and them too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's $10. Put you in. Did you say put you in?
Mm.
You said put you in?
Shit, I'm broke as a joke. I had to force Kitty to get in.
Yeah. For those of you who are watching who don't know, my hashtag is Karen, GILMOTE. That's my hashtag on the cash apps.
Can you put it in a group chat also so that the individuals.
The Exposed Radio page.
Okay, that'll be wonderful. Because we want you to. And Pure Romance is adult products, so intimacy products. And I can attest to
dry ass fucks out there.
I can attest to I was satisfied by the products that I purchased, and I know that I think that you're supposed to spice up your bedroom life. So I don't believe in fisting or anything like that. Huh?
The bottom lube.
But I didn't get the lube. I got a sleeve, but it was worth it.
You got a meat whacker.
Yeah. Now, what I will say is they got to make it a little bit thick, wider for the girthy individuals. But it's snug. It's pretty snug.
What?
Look at Mr. Gilmore. Are you okay? You're looking like the Milton turn. I will say I am all about condoms and everything, but I like my condom to be really thin because I prefer it raw, but I know that you have to be safe, so I get the thins. And and it feel good. It feel good with the thins.
Well, Durex used to make a good one, but them shits you had to make sure that shit was still there. They were so goddamn thin. You had to check and make sure it was still on.
But that's good. That's a really good condom.
Yeah, well,
it felt like you didn't have none on.
Yeah, but that shit ain't, that shit don't make you feel too secure in the situation. And I guess if you should be fucking with somebody that it don't make you feel secure at all.
So if I had to be honest, I prefer raw, but I like condoms that give the simulation. So I use the thin ones, the really, really thin ones.
I like sex like I like sushi.
Yeah,
but all for safe sex, and if you are with someone, make sure that the person that you are with is safe and that is consistent.
There's no telling nowadays.
No shade.
Next question.
Like, move on from that one.
Yeah.
You ever got off to smelling somebody's underwear?
You what?
What? Oh, and
no. I ain't never smelled the dude's box and was like, ooh.
No.
These are the questions in the chat.
That is true.
Sniffing someone's underwear.
I think you do when you when you go down on them and you about to go down on them and you trying to get them all aroused and you put your face.
Okay, sniffing the crouch, the crouch while, before you slip it out, do your thing. Okay, I've done that, but I'm not about to pick up someone's drawers while they sleep or something to go through their dirty clothes hamper and sniff it and ass scent or woman scent. No.
Old ass sweat is not attractive.
No, it's not.
No.
Well, musk is, but it can't be funk.
Yeah,
musk
but it's weird when you going to sniffing people's underwear and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty damn disgusting.
You're getting a little weird.
Because what if you make a mistake and you get
and then you touch your nose and then you end up with a brown spot on that motherfucker. Then you be looking crazy.
What if you make a mistake and you sniff the streak and then you're like, wait, oh.
And then how you go to sniff something and sometimes you put it too close to your damn nose and it touch it. Nope. I don't want no part of that shit.
A friend of mine, she sells her panties on the internet.
Who what?
A friend of mine sells her panties on the internet.
I know a guy that does that.
I heard they pay for them, pay quite well for them. You put the drawers in a bag and put them in a Ziploc, and then when they get them, they can open it up. And because the plastic seals
she do the kind that she farted in, and then she do the kind that just she in.
So do she go and make a special day that okay, today I'm gonna make fart drawers, and she just eat beans and shit to give her gas to fart in the drawers to put them in the bag? That's some nasty shit. They took
but
that
if
shit.
Somebody willing to pay $100 for them,
Why don't you just put the drawers in the bag and fart straight in the bag and zip it up?
If I could make $100 on some dirty drawers, I would.
Hell, I'd sell some dirty drawers if it get $100 for them. That's what shit. I'm gonna start my shit tonight.
Back in my adolescence, when I was exploring my sexuality, I met a guy.
I feel like this story is about to be ridiculous.
It's a blue. It's a blue tale. It's a blue tale.
Blue tale.
So back in my adolescence, when I was exploring my sexuality, I met this guy, and we went over to his place, and we were attempting to be intimate. And afterwards, he was like, do you like to wear your socks more than one day? And I said, no. He was like, what about your underwear? And I said, no. And he asked, would you do that for me? Would you like wear your underwear and your socks for a whole week and then give them to me? Because of the full purpose of he wanted that phone. Well, I am not. That is the last. That first of all, when he said it, in my head, I was already throwing up.
You had to be home for a week. You had to be home for a week. No.
But he wanted me to wear the same underwear.
I'm gonna tweet it and be washing my ass in between this shit. Like, just wash your ass and put. No, it's not good. Either way, it's a bad situation.
It was
the
a
same
very
drawers
bad
for a
situation.
week. Nah. Even if you wash in between and put the same dirty drawers back on.
Needless to say, I did not call him after that first encounter, and because I felt like if you like to sniff funk, then me and you had nothing in common. The part of me that is the gayest is the part of me that I need you to smell sweet. You can smell like cool water. You can smell like frankincense and myrrh, but do not smell like feet and butt, because that is the biggest turn off.
If you take your socks off and
that motherfucker stand up,
and they still got a heel in them and all of that, you done had them on. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. That shit got your toe knuckle prints in them and all that shit. You had them.
It's still standing.
If it's still standing.
They crunchy as shit. Crunchy ass.
While we going,
that's been a hard day at work.
That shit vinegary as shit.
While we're talking about, I just want to make clear to viewers who may like it, we're not knocking or judging anyone that do it. This is not particularly our thing.
First of all, when you
I am judging you. You speak for his damn self. I'm a full judge of you. If you tell me you like to smell stinky feet and butt.
See, what I'm saying is, listen, it's a lot of fetishes out there, and
that's right.
I don't want to tend to make people feel like they're weird or feel uncomfortable because we're saying
what they are. Say no.
I'm not sniffing no underwear, dirty socks. But it's some people. I have a friend of mine who live in Houston who actually likes that stuff.
Yeah.
And he asked me where.
Hold on. Let me get my glasses together.
Back in my day.
You don't have to judge, but I'm definitely judging anybody that come into my inbox and say, I want to smell feet.
Well, you know what? Good question then. What are your fetishes that you find that you like, that you think people are weird?
Penis and butt.
No,
that's my fetish. I like penises and butts. That's my fetish.
That's a fetish in itself.
And occasionally I like vagina with the penis in the butt. So my fetishes are. And let me tell you how I like them. I like them pure, and I like them to smell fresh. I don't want them to be seasoned.
Like a
I don't want them to. I want no additives, no preservatives, I don't want none of that. I just want them fresh. If it smell like Coast or Ivory soap, that's good enough for me.
Damn, they still make that shit.
Now, if you wash with lava soap, that's even better. Because I know lava soap.
This should have had you looking like you got fucking antique cracks and shit. You know how you get that crackle furniture when they got that.
It's going like silk. You gonna scrub it down to the lining.
That should have had you chalky as a bitch when you finished with that shit.
It's gonna look like chitlin skin.
But you will be clean. I am because I have an oral fixation, and so for me, if I have an oral thing, and so you need to be clean. You need to smell clean. You need to be, and I don't want to see any, bumps and any scars or anything like that. No, I inspect. So my fetish is penis, ass, and vagina. You asked.
I don't have weird fetishes. I mean, I like nipples.
Next question.
I like nipples. Areolas. I like areolas like a motherfucker.
What you was about to say, Cave? I'm ready for you. Oh, cat got your tongue. Oh, you ain't got nothing to say.
Listen, sir, I have a lot of fetishes. I'm not gonna say.
He said, "I have my feet stinking right now."
No.
And if that's the case, I'm judging you.
I'm with you, Candace. I got a huge penis fetish too.
Not me.
I don't play those games, man.
Oh, so you ain't got no penis fetish? Don't sit here and act like you ain't got no penis fetish, Blue.
No, I do. But I don't.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying no, you didn't. I was ready to say, hold up now.
I do, but I don't. You don't have to be large. You can be average to okay.
See, I don't know if she meant a huge penis, like the penis is huge, or she got the fetish itself is huge. I don't know. But either way,
okay, I get it too. Yeah, me too. I have
either
a large.
Either way,
yes.
Candy, I agree with you. Yeah, hell yeah. Shit.
Well, I'm surprised what's the name didn't say anything. Where's she at?
Who?
Karen, you don't have no fetishes, Miss. Come on.
I have plenty.
Put it in the mailbox real quick. I'm at this show.
And and role playing and that kind of shit. That's fun too.
Okay. I have some that I'm not even sure are fetishes. So I like what I like. That's all I can say.
Yeah, shit. I don't think it's a fetish.
Yeah. Hi, Bree.
Hey, Bree.
Bree. What's your fetish, Mr. Gilmore?
And out of this conversation.
You like shit. I like when motherfucker pour hot gravy on a bitch. My ass over the biscuit.
Oh Lord. That is a thing.
Hey, incorporating food.
What? No.
Sometimes that shit can go real wrong real fast.
I told y'all what I like. I do like adding food to it, but I like cum torture. It's my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, that there is wonderful.
You
like definitely wonderful.
Wait a minute, you like what?
Cum torture.
What is cum torture?
When you build somebody all the way up to the point where they get ready to come, and then you stop, and then you build them back up until they get ready to come again, and then you stop, and you just keep doing that shit.
But then once you do get them there, then you keep on going way past that.
Yeah.
And lost their
it's
mind.
It's like a motherfucker touching the head of your dick after you done came already, and just keep fucking with you.
Oh, I love that. I do that all.
Cum torture.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Very fun. Very fun.
Oh, I might get you punched in your forehead, but but it can be pleasurable. Depending on how intense the orgasm was.
Yeah.
Well, it's always gonna be intense.
I like turning my thighs into earmuffs.
You know what I like? Kegels. Kegels are
say that again. Y'all missed what Christy just said. That
I caught it.
What's she say?
She gonna turn her thighs.
I like turning my thighs into earmuffs.
Well played. Well played. Next question.
Look, that's the end. You get in with that one right there.
Oh my God.
I don't know what y'all talking about, but have y'all heard any of the new music that's been out? Like Tony Bryson, him.
I ain't been listening to nothing.
I'm a big Tony fan. I'm a big Tony fan, but I gotta really listen to the songs. I have to really listen because I like classic Tony. So I don't know if she's trying to keep up with modern music or if she stayed true to
Her sound.
her core sound.
Well,
I know that Jasmine Sullivan is coming out. I heard Tweet song. I love it.
Tweet song.
Yeah, but I've always been
I
a
heard
Tweet
Nas
fan.
just dropped a new album. Nas. I mean,
Yeah,
I know he's
Nas,
not a singer, but I think he just dropped something new.
Yeah,
If you like reggae, Skip Marley's new album is like really, really good.
Yeah, I'm with you. That is really good.
Every song, I downloaded that ASAP.
From beginning to end, it's hot.
Everything from beginning to the end. That was a very good album. I wish it was more songs. To be honest, it's too short. 7 songs, but I'm totally satisfied. They knock. It's not boring. That man sounds great. Even the first where his father is speaking in the beginning, then he think, oh, it's this wonderful. I think the song's called Highest or something like that. It's just his album is really legit. Lettuce's is legit. Like, I'm not a Lettuce fan, but I can honestly say that I listened to all 500 tracks. Long Boots, it's like 17, it's 58 minutes long, but it's worth it. I can't lie. Like, she sounds good. She kind of little Jill Scottish in there too with her vocals. It's wonderful. Kim album is groovy. You know, it's regular Kim. It's a lot of slow songs and a little
girl.
Yeah, of course he says that on.
Yeah. They're wrong, girl.
Is it Tony's Blue? Tony is definitely trying to stay up to date with the people. I will say I was a little disappointed vocally. It almost sounded like a Tina Taylor album, and I was just like, girl, you stay on the same vocals like throughout the entire album, and minus the singles, and it's just like, it's cool. It's a group, but it's not. If you're looking for old school Tony, you'll get into that, but you'll be a little disappointed.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh shit. The camera
What
went out.
happened to him? Oh, there you go.
I was gonna say, oh shit, they got him.
Cable, you know, literally, I've been waiting to ask you this.
I would say,
hold on, cut off, Cable. I've been waiting to ask you.
Oh, go ahead.
It's 31st.
Huh?
Brandy and Monica.
8 p.m.
What?
Wait, what happened?
Oh my God! Hold on.
Brandy and Monica are doing the verses. I've been waiting to ask.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord!
Because I know
you probably gonna go buy an outfit for this shit.
Don't do that.
Motherfucker sitting in front of his TV with a whole goddamn outfit on.
He gonna have a whole new fit for the damn thing. What happened to him? He got so excited.
He's sitting there with a head full of box braids.
He done found that he done went
It's on a brand.
He having a conniption. He done, oh Lord.
Everybody going out. What the hell?
What's going on? Oh, there you go. There you go.
I'm sorry, guys.
He sitting up there with a whole. He got on a box braid lace front. Somehow sitting up in my room.
First of all, let me say I'm totally excited that these two R&B queens of R&B in the 90s are doing it like, you know, people ask. I'm definitely on team Brandy and Monica. I'm here for the celebration. I'm not here for that petty. I've actually been trying to stop that with videos on Twitter, trying to get both fan groups to come together and stop with the immature bickering. I mean, we with the bickering, we got to be tired of that after 20 years. Like, I'm over it.
Yeah, it's like give it up. I mean, shit.
Come on, it's time to give it up, and I look forward to it. I think it's going to be the best one. It's definitely going to get the most views. But I mean, if I'm
Rihanna said Monica leave them sandals at the store.
And I'm gonna be real.
Yes, they white? I thought she had on like some white shoes or some shit. Them motherfuckers was awful.
Girl, you talk about those shoes from before you walk out my life when she's sitting on that.
I thought she had one short leg or some shit. Like she had one of them. Those shoes where they put the extensions on a bit.
Horrible.
Those shoes are great. I'm sorry.
She had a club foot.
Y'all going down.
Forrest, run!
Did you say it looked like she had a club foot?
Yeah.
He did. He said that.
Special shoes on and shit. She actually explained the shoes though. Because she said she really I think she really couldn't like do heels and stuff. So her feet, because I guess her feet and shit used to hurt or whatever. So she
That is not. First of all, you done messed up, Miss Mizell. You done messed up. You can't tell the gays that a woman had problem with her feet. We didn't. We are. We in the gay caucus, the gay delegation.
Yeah, she had no rock'em sock'em robot feet in that bitch.
She should have put on a pair of Saucony's or something at that time. Those were working.
Some K-Swiss or something.
They were big for her feet, and then she had on those grandma stockings.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Before you walk out my life.
Monica song. That is my favorite Monica song.
Yeah, it is. That's mine.
She sings, so I'm definitely looking forward. Are y'all watching?
When is it?
On Monday at 8:00.
Damn, why they doing on Monday? That sucks.
Yeah, that's a whack thing.
You're gonna have to text me and remind me because I forget that shit.
Because Sunday is the awards show, so they didn't want to take away from that.
Oh, okay.
What awards show?
They could have did it Saturday. Shit.
Who's having awards?
I think it's music video awards, VH. There's some awards coming on Sunday.
Is it the VMA?
They still have music videos?
VMA, yes. I don't watch awards because they don't cater to people like us, so I don't really particularly care for.
Never lied. That ain't no bullshit. You right on that.
So I'm not tuning in, but I'm definitely tuning in to Brandy and Monica. So
I am too, and I think that because they've matured a little bit, and I hopefully that I hope similar to
they like 44, aren't they?
Yeah,
grown and shit. I know that.
I hope
if I'm 36, they should be pretty old by now. Damn.
Brandy is 41, and I think Monica is about the same age. Or Monica's actually, what, 40? I think Brandy is
Brandy older than her.
Yeah, Brandy older than Monica. Either me and Monica the same age, or she's 40. It's something like that.
I remember Brandy on Thea. That was the first time I saw Brandy.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Yeah, I love Brandy. I think I'm not a super fan, but like I'm not cable fan.
What I like about Brandy,
I have all of her albums.
I think it's nice that there's a whole generation of girls that really, when they think Cinderella, they think Brandy.
Right.
And I think that is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston did that intentionally because she wanted girls to see a black Cinderella. And I think that it's really cool that Brandy was on something maybe a month ago, and the little girl said, "Oh my God, it's Cinderella. She's at the mall." She didn't know her as Brandy. She just knew her as Cinderella. I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah, she was awesome. I enjoy Brandy's music. I think that she does have a lot of hits. Whoever does her production, they do a phenomenal job with capturing her voice and working with her. Now, I hope it's like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, because now that's who I'm a fan of. Both of them.
Yeah, I am too.
And when you talk about I fan out for Erykah Badu and I fan out for Jill Scott.
Oh yeah, it was a tad bit boring, but it was still good. I wish they did it the way that Brandy. I wish that they're going to do it the way that Brandy and Monica is. I would love to see Jill Scott and Erykah do it over again. Not as long, but something, because they're actually doing it at Tyler Perry Studios live. So it's going to be some live singing as well. So it's not just going to be them playing each other's songs from their living room.
Well, I think also it was because of the pandemic that this all happened. So people weren't supposed to be around each other.
Exactly. Well, they just did a Snoop and DMX one maybe a couple weeks ago with Snoop.
And they got a lot of
good. I fucked with that one. That was fun.
Yeah. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but for what I saw, I mean, like I was hyped up until the point I had to like turn it off. But DMX then gained some weight. Shit, I ain't know he man, I ain't know that was him and shit. I was like, damn, he bust up in that journal. I was like, wow. But I mean, shit, they is damn near what, 56, 60 or some shit. 50 something.
DMX old dude.
They're 50 something, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah,
I'm 36, you better be damn near 50.
Yeah,
Okay. Next question. What should we expect when we get to the other side?
You said what?
DMX is 49.
Okay.
50 in
I knew
December.
they was almost 50.
This was your question, KK. What
Wasn't my question. I just submitted it.
okay. So you said what should we expect when we get to the other side? What do you mean, like after we die?
I hope.
I thought you talked about the other side of debt. I was like freedom, money.
I hope we can eat anything we want without gaining weight.
I mean, well, let's make it real broad. On the other side of whatever, like, what can you expect? Make it a ... question.
Wow, what to expect to get to the other side? What I would hope to expect is to see Jesus deny fire. So
right, you ain't lying.
That's number one. But I got
all types of claw marks on the portal and shit. Like, oh hell no.
I guess the question for me is, what is for me, because I'm definitely want to make it to heaven. So I expect to see heaven. So I guess it would be what's my idea, what heaven would be for me. I would love to be able to see Trey again. That would definitely be one of the first things I would love to see is especially the loved ones that passed on. I would love to see them. And I will hope that heaven would be like I can listen to the music that I love and watch the movies that I love, like all the Batmans and all those Star Trek. I will hope it be like a place where I can sit and enjoy everything that I enjoyed on Earth.
Cookouts and blunts.
Hey, Cable, do you have HBO Max?
Come on, just enjoy it.
Do you have HBO Max?
That's my idea.
Get HBO Max. They got all the DC shit on there right now. It's fucking incredible.
God, it's heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my.
On the other side of that.
Back to the other side.
I want. I'm hoping for the ability to purchase a home. Honestly, I want to be rich. That's my biggest. That's my biggest goal is to be wealthy. I want to be filthy rich. I want to, and the reason is because I want to be able to purchase enough land to keep my loved ones close. So that's the major thing. And when I say my loved ones, because when I was coming in terms of myself, a lot of my family was replaced by people that I collected along the way. So those were friends that became family. I have a lot of individuals that when I was, just stepping out of homelessness and everything like that, they were there as my support. They were there, and so I want to be able to, reach back and look back. I'm gonna be that one person that if I do make $1 million, I'm gonna bless those that blessed me.
Amen.
So on the other side of debt, that's what I'm looking for. I don't really, when it comes to heaven and hell and everything, I feel like this. Hell would be
all
the worst.
Men got small penises would be hell.
Or bumpy ones, but
I don't know which one's worse.
Heaven would be those things that I guess, I would enjoy. Honestly, I wish it would I hope it's just like paradise. Realistically, that's what I would want. I don't need to necessarily just be comfortable, be paradise. And honestly, I probably would want to come back as one of those angels that help people out as they go along their way. So I wouldn't want to
be like Della Reese and Touched by an Angel.
Yes, I would want to visit Earth every so often. I would want to come back
all down the road.
And I would want to come back as Della Reese.
I fucking love Della Reese.
You want to shoot people in the pinky toe.
That's the one I would come back as.
Honest hoes.
You want to hit people with trash cans.
Charge girls, huh?
Huh?
Always in charge of the girls, huh?
Hey. Yes, I'm in charge of the girls.
Yeah. Because that would be happening for me. Having for me. What about you, Kay?
Well, I don't know. I'm guessing like on the other side of now for me, I'm really on trying to create generational wealth for my family. Like in my head, my ultimate goal is a Gilmore trust. Like I literally want to create trust fund babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have any children of my own. I do want children of my own, but I know that my nieces and my nephews are going to be, I'm planning for them. They're going to be wonderful. Because if I don't have any children, then they're going to be the children that I aim to do everything for. I do have godchildren, but I have to look at, what I'm saying, I have to really get in contact with their parents because I haven't really been active in their life as much as I would like to be. But with my nieces and my nephew,
absolutely,
they is going to be spoiled rotten. If I become rich, I ain't got to worry about a damn thing.
What, I what I was watching, it was either a podcast, I was either listening to a podcast or watching something on YouTube where they were saying one of the ways to begin to create generational wealth is to take a insurance policy out on the eldest member of the family and make the youngest member of the family the beneficiary. Not that we waiting on Meemaw to die, but it can you know what I'm saying? Like it can grow over time. And when Meemaw does die, then that baby is walking into wealth that they have to work for. You understand what I'm saying? So like I'm trying to stay there.
Oh, I might do that my damn self. And you can open an insurance policy out on anybody up to a certain
today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about that.
Yeah.
What about you, Ms.
Huh?
What's your idea of what the other side gonna look like?
I don't know. I would want to be strung out in love with somebody. They strung out in love with me. You know that kind of almost like that fairy tale love.
True.
I would also want to be able to see all those, like you said, the family members that passed away. Just be able to see my grandparents again. Aunts, uncles that may have passed away, friends that may have passed away. I think that'll be probably the highlight of it all. And then to be able to know that you're going to spend eternity with these people that you love, I think would be like perfect.
Yes. Absolutely.
And you can eat whatever you want without gaining weight.
Okay.
There's no such thing as bad sex.
Now, what if it's the opposite? What if y'all went to hell?
Place.
Oh, everybody penis small.
And if I had to go, I want to be a general. I want to turn up. So I want a place.
I go, I'm gonna have a little spray bottle like I'm at the
VIP section.
Trying to keep the fire down. It's too goddamn hot for this shit. I might get put out and shit because I'll be down that bitch making air conditioning units and shit.
John,
yeah, I might open up my own brothel.
John think hell gonna be stuck in a room full of gays that love thick black men.
Yeah, he be in hell for real. Oh God, and all of them like him and shit. He in a room full of nipple pinchers.
Hold on.
You hear Cable?
Hold on. You see Cable talking about welcome.
He in a room full of nipple pinchers.
You like tongue torture?
Welcome.
With ugly feet and stinking socks on. Brush your socks. Crunching socks all around. Crunching socks for everybody.
Fire breathing white.
Right.
All on.
And every time somebody sit down, you get that whiff, that poof that come up like old lady stockings and shit. This poof.
They're like wet dogs.
Oh, that just got my mouth.
And all the food is overcooked.
Oh, what's in my mouth?
Overcooked and dry.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Okay. Repent. Still got some time.
And look, and don't none of the mics work. Oh dang. They got you singing for an audience of deaf people.
Singing your ass off.
Singing your ass off. This motherfucker giving all his motherfucking mic. War children. And they can't a soul out that bitch here a damn thing.
That is
bullshit.
Would that be torture for you, Jonathan?
That's hell.
In a room in a place like that for eternity where they can't hear you singing?
That's fucked up. That's a fucked up hell.
That is. I mean, I think that'd be more annoying than hell.
Yeah.
Well,
I just
hell would be the
it's
gift.
just like, fuck it.
And the only food options is corn and mashed potatoes.
I like corn and mashed potatoes. I think that.
Yeah, but you don't want that shit every day, and it's from the school. And it's from the school cafeteria, so they didn't put no butter on the shit.
Ain't no seasoning.
No salt, no nothing.
Oh no.
We got elementary school potatoes and corn.
Candace said that your point, your hell would be it would include Pornhub in the background playing chubby porn.
Oh no. Chubby midget porn.
Where did it come from?
They look like you remember that movie, The Critters?
Everybody got big ass heads and just everybody just sitting around looking like gumdrops.
Actually, I find midget porn very sexy.
Hey, I mean, I don't think I ever watched midget porn. I think I should probably look it up on Pornhub this evening.
When I was young, again, exploring sexuality, I wanted to know if they had the same size parts as everyone else did.
Well, obviously not, because they midgets.
Well, that don't mean that they're not all small.
They their legs and arms and shit ain't the same size, but they got regular size people heads and regular size people asses. You get the best of both worlds, goddamn it. You get child size arms and legs, adult head, and adult ass.
Well,
I apologize to all my little people out there. I was just bullshitting.
And I say, I just want to just say that
the midgets have thrown me.
Karen, just say I appreciate you because since you found out that I've been dealing with depression, you have definitely been like texting me and reaching out to make sure I'm okay. And I just want you to know that is very much appreciated. I thank you for that.
I think I got your phone number. I would have checked on you.
You belong to me. You don't know it, but you belong to me.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of these people do. They don't really. Well, Jonathan knows it.
So don't you ever feel like you ain't loved, goddammit.
Y'all, you belong to me.
I'm gonna quote a famous line. You die on me, I'm gonna keep.
Shit. Fuck all the dumb shit.
You good?
Damn it, reach out, goddammit, shit.
You good, Mr. Gilmore?
You can just let them know, I belong to KK, but I can play with you. It's fine.
That's what's up. I'll let them know it. That's what's
So, as always, we've come to the close of the show. If you are just tuning in, this is the Cocktail Social. I'm your host, Blue Waters. These are my socialites. This is what we do every Friday at 7 p.m. So you can join us next week if I'm not out here being a cat in the city.
A pole cat.
A pussy.
What kind of cat?
A pole cat.
A pole cat. A pole cat. I don't like just poles.
Oh, Jesus, I say that.
I don't like just poles. I go swimming every Sunday.
Hey,
this cat can swim. But if you are joining, this is the Cocktail Social where we have adult conversation every Friday. You grab your cocktail, you join us, you talk about whatever the fuck you like.
Okay.
Because we have an opinion about everything. And no, we don't profess to know everything, but we'll talk about it anyway. I'm your host, Blue Waters. This is Be Exposed Radio. And we're out. Say goodbye, socialites.
See you later.
See you later.
Good day, sir. I said good day.
So it is the fact that, you are to reflect on the fact that this person, where did they show me signs that I could not trust them with